I didn't want to be here today, but I had to hop on the corporate jet and make the trip because I heard some bad things about last night. But I got reams of information about Millersville being attacked and Millersville not being able to respond. So tell me a little bit.
Well,
what happened?
It was very obvious that we had a pretty intense physical break-in.
We do not know if the record system is up.
We had firewall issues which caused most of our services not to be available to the customer.
Our network and our systems are not accessible to the outside.
Our power supply was cut off.
Everything failed. Is your life failing? What's happening?
Who was responsible for those issues? Why wasn't I told of this?
I'm not very happy right now. You think I should keep you on the payroll? This is absolutely shocking.
Bradford Hospital just
Killed a patient because of inadequate and sloppy work on the IT team.
Welcome, I'm Casey O'Brien, the director of the CyberWatch Center and the Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition director. CyberWatch is a National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education funded cybersecurity consortium. The entire mission of the CyberWatch Center is to increase the quantity and the quality of the information security workforce. The Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition has been around since 2005. It's what we call an inherit and defend cyber defense exercise. Student teams inherit systems that have been set up for them, and they defend them, so it's defense only.
Defense competition. We're very pleased to be here today. I'm your host, Paul Asadorian from Paul.com.
And I'm the co-host, John Strand from Paul.com Security Weekly.
And let's give a brief overview of the competition. All of the blue teams are made up of college students who are set forth to defend systems against a team of hackers called the red team.
Some of the best penetration testers in the world. The red team actually made it their goal to get someone to bleed or cry or possibly vomit.
And it's sure to be a fun-filled day of hacking and compromises and shells and all kinds of fun.
I believe this year the theme is medical cybersecurity. These teams are operating as a hospital IT staff, so they have to do the tasks that you would normally need to do when you're working in a hospital. Larry, what do you think's going through their minds right now?
Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of pain over the next couple of days, and yeah, there's probably a little bit of panic. Hopefully they've got jazzed up on a bunch of coffee, they can plow through a good portion this morning and get a bunch of stuff configured appropriately.
So right now, if you take a look at what the red team is doing, they're spending a lot of time doing two things. One, trying to escalate privileges on the computer system, and two, trying to find ways that they can maintain access in a very sneaky sort of way. Because after a while, we hope, that the blue team will identify that their systems have been compromised, and they're going to start taking corrective action.
I had no idea that there possibly could be zombies. It was more just kind of, we're kind of an IT crowd, so we need Nerf guns, and if the red team's going to be possibly coming in and trying to sabotage, shooting them with Nerf guns.
That would be good. Now, we have a resident zombie expert.
Now we're about halfway through the first day. Was this what you were expecting? Was a lot worse, a lot better?
It's a lot crazier. We had a game plan coming into this, and then as soon as the bell rang, our game plan kind of flew out the door. And, we had kind of known that, but to know it and then to watch it happen is a totally different thing.
So what was the first really big surprise that hit you?
How quickly the red cell was into our machines, I would say. The stress level's definitely there, but I think the immediate stress from the beginning has kind of tapered off, and we're getting into a groove.
We have about 3 hours left today. What's your plan to close out the day?
Well, we're going to keep on fighting. I mean, as I said, our goal this year is to win it, so we're bringing it as hard as we can. We have still a few tricks up our sleeve. We're going to see if we can implement those over the next few hours, if not tomorrow.
Do you currently think that any of your systems are had right now?
Oh, I know it. I mean, I won't say which ones, obviously, but I mean, if they weren't, I would be more surprised.
Zombie outbreak, but now I believe that we have an arrest that is about to be made on the red team.
We have 2 members of local law enforcement that have found a member of our red team to be breaking the law, and they are here to make an arrest.
That looks like cops.
This is just like cops.
We have a positive ID as you as Mr. Vindicator.
How did you positively ID us?
Please come with us, sir. Could you please come with us, sir? Stop resisting, sir. Stop resisting. Stop resisting, sir. Don't make this worse on yourself. We are hereby placing you under arrest for the law of unlawful access to a computer system.
Are there any last words you'd like to make?
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. We're here with Dwayne Williams, the director of the National CCDC competition. Dwayne, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much. Glad to be here.
So, Dwayne, what is your role in the National CCDC competition?
I help manage the overall program, coordinate between the regional coordinators. We have 10 regions that occur throughout the country. So this month of March, we've got 10 of these events that are happening in different parts of the country. At the end of that, we'll take the 10 winners, bring them down to the national championship event, which I run in San Antonio, Texas. CCDC's been around for actually 8 years. We had the first pilot event in 2005. We had 5 schools here in Texas to take a look at the model to see if it would even work. Worked really well. The next year, we decided to go national with it. We had 4 regional competitions, about 24 schools, and we've seen 25 to 26% growth every year since then. So now we're at the point we have 10 regional events. A lot of the regions have qualifying events. We'll have over 120 schools. There's no requirement other than you need to be a 2 or 4 year institution. Team size is 8. You can have 6 undergrads, 2 graduates. You do not have to have a dedicated computer security program. Matter of fact, that's one of the things we like to see is those kids coming from those schools, because this is a great educational opportunity. They can pick up a lot of really good information and skills in this sort of venue, preparing for it, competing in it, getting the after action.
Fast forward to this year, and so many more people like, oh, I competed in a region, and I'm a student, and I was involved with the event, and it's just exploded. What do you attribute the growth to?
Really, just the inherent nature of it and the interest level. There's not anything quite like it. It's such a community-oriented situation where you get students that went through it that 3, 4, 5 years ago. They've now gone out into industry, and they're bringing their companies in. They're bringing the word. So they're coming back. They're volunteering as mentors. They're on the white team. They're on the red team. They're helping to build the system. So that, more than anything, has helped the growth of it. There's a huge demand for competitions among computer security students. There's not a whole lot of ways that they can get together and compete against each other. They cannot get enough of this sort of thing. So that's part of it. And then you have that alumni association that's helping it grow now.
Right.
The interest in the students that come to these events is very, very strong. So the national winners typically get 3, 4, 5 very, very lucrative job offers from government, commercial entities that are looking for kids with this kind of talent. Actually, some of the craziest things actually happen at this regional. This is one of the most inventive and creative ones.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to CCDC 2012, the Zombie Apocalypse Edition. My name is John Strand with Paul.com Security Weekly, and I'm joined by none other than
Paul Asadorian, also from Paul.com Security Weekly. Welcome, everyone, to the fun-filled day that we are going to be having today.
A lot of craziness. We've seen a lot of diving under tables, looking at cables already.
The main thing that we're noticing right now is before things kicked off, I had a chance to talk with a few of the teams, and they all were saying the exact same thing, which was, we've seen the footage from previous years. We know red teams came in the middle of the night. We're going to start looking at our physical security and trying to make sure everything's connected the way that we left it.
Yep, absolutely. And there's a lot of that going on right now, and going, oh my gosh, what just happened?
It was a lot of fun last night as we got to see a lot of the teams sealed up their workstations, putting tape, some putting foil. Immediately it's apparent that people have been in the systems, but now the kids are just trying to get an idea of how much damage has been done, what happened once they got there.
Yep. Hospitals are a 24/7, 365 operation. So having access to those systems overnight was something that needed to happen. I would call this controlled mayhem, but I don't think there's any control to it. I think it's just mayhem.
Yes, I think it's pure panic and rushing and seeing what they can do.
What is the draw here?
The draw is that we are the largest provider of cybersecurity solutions to the federal government, which means we are not only protecting our own information, but our customers' information. We have so many jobs open, and so do our customers. So the reason we come here is to find that highly qualified talent that participates in activities like this.
So what qualities are you looking for in that talent pool coming out of college that these guys really exemplify?
Coming out of college, we're looking for students who have majored in any of the sciences, technology, engineering, math. Any of those disciplines give them a really nice, strong technical foundation, but also kind of that curiosity and stick-to-itness, that comes with cybersecurity, good integrity, good lifestyle choices.
Weird things have happened with the zombie infestation.
Here's what happened. There was a web application in play that allowed you to take infected patients and basically either cure them, or if you do nothing, they get mutated. We've got a big mutation on our hands.
There's been a huge outbreak in the zombies in this current apocalypse. And unfortunately, several of the blue team members have become victims. Oh no! Oh my god! This is horrible. It seems that finally there's some revenge. Some of the red team has now been turned as well. Oh my god. I cannot tell anymore what's happening. Oh my god, the humanity!
All right, here we go.
I don't know what's going to happen down here, guys. I'm very scared. I got to throw it back to you.
Capital College, I have pictures that they took from a webcam that was enabled on their system with the motion-activated software that when someone moves the laptop, it snaps pictures and video. They captured 5 red team members accessing their systems without permission, which led to then 5 arrests. They provided us pictures from those web cameras that captured the red team members. Here we have Justin. He's very sexy, very handsome, very nice Justin. Here we have Vindicator, who was on the show earlier.
And arrested twice.
Arrested twice. That's Jesse right there.
Jesse.
Very nice. That's Georgia, the infamous Georgia, who escaped arrest this year and was not arrested magically. This one we're calling Silent Bob.
4, 3, 2, 1. You're done!
All right.
Where's
there
the
we
confetti?
go.
I want confetti.
That is so awesome. It's
2012 Mid-Atlantic CCDC is complete. You have survived.
It takes a certain amount of bravery to step out onto this playing field knowing that you're gonna get abused in public on camera and recorded forever.
Andrew went and gave the single worst executive summary to start out this morning that I saw out of all of them. It was hideous. It was so bad that I came and I tried to break it up. What did I tell you when I first came down?
You said sorry to interrupt.
And?
You handed him a piece of paper that said we killed somebody.
Just turn off and smoke. What in the world happened? Whose fault is it? How could it have been prevented? The newspapers are calling already. Oh my God. What are we going to do?
Well, unfortunately, we can't unkill somebody.
Right here, this is the only team that managed to kill a patient. So a round of applause
All right, so we're narrowing it down here. It's time to announce the winners. So actually for this year, we have a tie for third place, which is pretty unique. But the first team that's tied for third is the men in red, Bradford University. Come on down. The other team that's tied for third place, James Madison University. Come on down. And this year's second place winner comes from Millersville University. Come on down. Finally, there, as with all competitions, this is a competition. We are looking for a winner. You guys are all fantastic individuals, but occasionally teams do perform better than others, and they do distinguish themselves on the field of battle. So this year's 2012 Mid-Atlantic CCDC champions are not last place. Towson University, come on down.
There you go. Congratulations. Good luck. Good job, guys. Thank you very much, and till next year.
Thanks, everybody.